Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. It's me Mubashir Ahmed, and today we are going to start our discussion regarding Ozamyndias exercise. If you remember, in the previous class I mentioned that after reading the text, the stanza-wise explanation, we will switch our discussion to the exercise portion of this unit. So, in the exercise portion, you will find that there is a discussion regarding indefinite pronouns and future tense. So first of all, I'll discuss something about indefinite pronouns. If you just look at the whiteboard, there is a word indefinite. What do we actually mean by indefinite? Indefinite means something that is uncertain, unsure. ऐसी चीज या ऐसा कोई बंदा, कोई भी चीज हो या कोई बंदा हो जिससे हवाले से आप बात कर रहे हो, लेकिन आपको उसका एग्जैक्ट स्पेसिफाइड पता ना हो कि प्रिसाइजली हम किस शख्स की बात कर रहे हैं या किस जगह के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. तो यहाँ पर indefinite pronoun से मुराद ये है that whenever you refer to somebody with the help of a pronoun, it is uncertain that whom is being referred to. For example, if I say someone has stolen my keys. अब यहां पर देखिए someone क्या है? Someone can be anyone. I'm not sure who is that someone. I do not know the actual identity of that person. मुझे उस बंदे का पता नहीं है, उसका ना मुझे नाम पता है, ना मुझे वो शक्ल उसकी याद है कि वो कौन है. लेकिन मैं कहता हूँ someone. Someone का मतलब that there is a person, but who is that person? His identity is not disclosed. This is indefinite. If I say मैं यहां पर एक बात करता हूं, everyone is responsible for his actions. अब everyone can be anyone. It is a random sort of reference towards anybody, any person, anyone. ये तमाम जो मैंने अल्फाज यहां पर verbally इस्तेमाल किए हैं, they are indefinite pronouns. Why they are indefinite pronouns? Because we are not referring to anybody else specifically, rather we are giving a reference in a random manner. We don't know whom we are referring to, but we are using it in a random fashion. That is why we call it an indefinite pronoun. If you look at this, someone, everyone, everybody, somebody, all these different words that I have used on the whiteboard, they are your indefinite pronouns. If you look at the exercise portion, over there, in the very first exercise, you are having only 3 indefinite pronouns. What are they? Everybody, everywhere, everything. Now, what is everybody? It can be anybody. When you say everywhere, it can be anywhere. Everything, that can be anything. So it is a random sort of reference towards anything. मतलब इसका ये है कि हम किसी मखसूस चीज के बारे में या किसी मखसूस शख्स के बारे में बात नहीं कर रहे होते, बल्कि हम एक रैंडम तरीके से एक रेफरेंस देते हैं कि भाई ये बंदा, ऐसे हम नहीं कहते कि ये कुर्सी या ये चेयर या ये डस्टर या ये मार्कर, एनी मार्कर, anybody, everybody, everything, everyone, all these are indefinite pronouns. Indefinite से मुराद ही ये है something that is uncertain. Uncertain means that you are not certain or sure about the actual, precise, specific reference towards anything or person. For example, if I say this book it's a specific reference. But if I say any book means it can be any book. It can be an English book, Urdu book, Islamiyat book. So you are going to look into the detail of this, that when you say indefinite pronouns, it means a reference towards anything, any person. It's just a matter of chance. ये chance पे depend करता है. When I say everybody must be held accountable for his actions, so everybody means anybody. If I say, or for example, everything is in a haphazard manner, so everything can be anything. I am not specifying any object, any other thing, but I am just giving a reference with regard to a random sort of references. So all these different aspects needs to be considered while discussing the dimension of indefinite pronouns. Pronoun, what is a pronoun, by the way? As I have already explained the logic and concept of pronouns in the class in the previous sessions, and if you remember, my dear students, that pronoun is actually a word, a part of speech that is used instead of a noun. Let me just reiterate the previous session slightly in order to get a first-hand insight into this. What is a pronoun? First of all, that's very important. What is a pronoun? Although I should have started this in the beginning, but just to remind your memories and recall your memories, I am revising it. What is a pronoun? Pronoun is a word that is used instead of a noun. For example, look at this. Jason is a hard-working student. He always tops the class. Now, this he is actually replacing Jason. This he is replacing the noun Jason. So, this is what? This is your pronoun. This is a pronoun, and this pronoun is referring back to Jason. Now, Jason, what is a Jason? This is a pronoun, and this noun Jason is actually your antecedent. This is something that I have already explained in great detail, but I am just trying to remind to you that what we had been going through in the live session. So, antecedent. This noun is your antecedent and this is your pronoun. So, this particular pronoun is referring back to a noun. So, whenever a pronoun refers back to a noun that has been replaced by it, so that particular noun is your antecedent and the pronoun is your reference. So, this is the logic that you need to understand first. Then we have different categorizations in pronouns, and one of that classifications is indefinite pronoun that we have just discussed. And that's something that you don't know specifically, rather it is just a random reference to any person or a thing. So this is all about indefinite pronouns. Now we are going to flip and switch our discussion towards future tense. As you can see, it is quite visible on the whiteboard, and the name is self-explanatory. What do we mean by future? Future का क्या मतलब है? मुस्तकबिल. So future tense is actually a reference towards future. मुस्तकबिल के बारे में जो tense बात करता है, that is future tense. And you must remember one thing, that what is the logic behind tenses? Tense means a reference towards time. The basic fundamental function of a tense is to refer to different time periods, time frames. For example, past, present, future. Then we have sub-classifications in all these tenses. So, same goes for the future tense. Future tense actually refers to the future. What do we actually do in the future? So, future tense की पहचान क्या है? We always use will plus shall and first form of verb. For example, I will write a letter. So, I will write a letter. What do we actually mean by this? It means that a letter would be written in the future. It has not been written, it had not been written, it did not, somebody did not write it, rather it would be written, it will be written. So, I will write a letter, मैं खत लिखूंगा. मतलब लिखूंगा का क्या है? लिखूंगा का मतलब है कि एक काम आप मुस्तकबिल में करेंगे, हाल में नहीं करेंगे, बाजी में नहीं हो चुका, बल्कि आपने इसको मुस्तकबिल में करना है. Today's discussion is about future progressive tense. Now what is future progressive tense? ये तो future के बारे में था, that was about future tense or simple future tense. Now what is future progressive tense? फ्यूचर प्रोग्रेसिव, हमारा मकसद जो है वो ये है कि हमें पता चले कि प्रोग्रेसिव का क्या मतलब है. प्रोग्रेसिव का मतलब है समथिंग दैट इज कंटिन्यूड, समथिंग दैट इज गोइंग ऑन इन कंटिन्यूटी, समथिंग दैट इज persistently going on, an action that is in progress, an action that is in progress. वो काम जो कि तसलसल के साथ जारी हो. यहां पर हमारा मकसद बुनियादी क्या है समझना? हमारा मकसद है फ्यूचर प्रोग्रेसिव टेंस को समझना. तो मतलब क्या है फ्यूचर प्रोग्रेसिव टेंस का? वो काम जो कि मुस्तकबिल में जारी रहेगा. वो काम, लेट मी रिपीट इट इन उर्दू, जो कि मुस्तकबिल में जारी रहेगा. अब यहां पर फ्यूचर प्रोग्रेसिव टेंस की पहचान हम कैसे लगाते हैं? व्हाट आर द कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स एंड फीचर्स ऑफ अ फ्यूचर प्रोग्रेसिव टेंस? नंबर वन, you use will be, shall be plus, look, one thing you need to remember, that you always use first form of verb plus ing. You always use first form of verb plus ing in progressive tenses. That may be a present tense, past tense, future tense. You will always use ing form with first form of verb whenever you use progressive tense, because we indicate an action that is in progress, that is in continuous flow. For example, the same example that I had written previously, जो मैंने एक मिसाल आपको दी थी, I will write a letter, उसी को मैं convert करता हूं future progressive में. तो कैसे करता हूं? Let's do it. I will be writing a letter. अब यहां पर देखें, I have used will be plus writing, this ing form. Why? Because I am representing an action that will be in progress in the future, not in the present. It was not something done in the past, rather it is something that will be done in the future. एक काम जो कि मुस्तकबिल में जारी रहेगा. मैं खत लिख रहा हूँगा. I will be writing a letter. मतलब मैं खत लिख रहा हूँगा, मैं खत लिख रहा हूँगा. मुस्तकबिल में एक काम जारी रहेगा तसलसल के साथ. So this is about future progressive tense, an action that is continued, that is in progress in the future. For example, I will be playing football. It means यहां पर again ing form will be. What does it indicate? It indicates the action that is in progress in the future. तो इस चीज का आपको बड़ा ख्याल करना है कि जब हम प्रोग्रेसिव टेंस का हवाला देते हो, चाहे वो मुस्तकबिल में हो, हाल में हो या माजी में हो, प्रेजेंट टेंस, पास्ट टेंस, फ्यूचर, तीनों में अगर आप प्रोग्रेसिव टेंस का हवाला देते हैं, वहां पर हमारे पास हमेशा फर्स्ट फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब प्लस ing आता है. ये था आपका exercise portion of the Ozamyndias. Now we will switch our discussion to the next unit. Today we are going to discuss our next unit. I am going to start the next unit, but first of all, it is always advisable that you need to elaborate a brief summary of the unit so that all of you get involved into the unit. All of you must have a particular background regarding the unit. So whenever you read a text, you will have convenience of commanding the text. इसका मतलब यह है कि जब भी हम एक नया यूनिट स्टार्ट करते हैं, उस यूनिट को स्टार्ट करने से पहले हम एक छोटी सी एक समरी, एक खुलासा हम पेश करें ताकि हमें अंदाजा हो जब भी हम टेक्स्ट की रीडिंग करें कि हम क्या इस पे पढ़ रहे हैं और इस पे बुनियादी मकसद क्या है समझाने का. So today we will discuss the summary. Now this story, A Long Walk Home, revolves around the two prominent characters, and that is Jason and his father. Jason and his father. Now, Jason is 16 years old. How old is he? Jason is 16 years old. Now, Jason's father asks his son, Jason, that he should drop him in the nearby village, and the village name is Mejas. That's the name of the village. So what he does, that Jason in his car, in his father's car, takes his father to that nearby village, Mejas, and drops him over there. And then Jason's father asked Jason that while I am being in that village, you should go and drop the car in the garage for service. So he promises that okay, he will do the needful, and he drops his father and departs for the garage. But before leaving, Jason's father asks his son that you are supposed to reach till 4 o'clock. It means that you are supposed to reach till 4 and pick me up. जेसन का वालिद उससे कहता है अपने बेटे से कि आपने 4 बजे तक वापस आना है और मुझे वहां से पिक करना है. तो फिर क्या होता है, जेसन जाता है जिस तरह उसने प्रॉमिस किया होता है. He leaves, he departs for the garage in order to get his car serviced. He drops the car over there. What happens? While being in the garage, he watches movies. And there by watching movies, he gets delayed. वो वहां पे फिल्में देखना शुरू कर देता है, टीवी के सामने बैठा होता है और उसे देर हो जाती है. तो 4 की बजाय उसको 6 बज जाते हैं. वो काफी परेशान हो जाता है जेसन कि मुझे तो काफी देर हो गई है, अब मेरे वालिद मुझ पर गुस्सा करेंगे. So what happens that वो गाड़ी में बैठता है, जल्दी से वापस गांव पहुंचता है अपने वालिद के पास. जैसे ही जाता है उसका वालिद इंतहाई गुस्से में होता है. तो वो आगे से उसको झूठ बोलता है कि गाड़ी में बहुत सारा काम था, उसमें रिपेयर का काम था, इस वजह से मुझे देर हो गई. लेकिन जेसन के वालिद को तो पता था कि गाड़ी उसने पहले से रिपेयर की थी, सिर्फ सर्विस का काम था. वो उस पर बहुत गुस्सा करता है और वो गुस्से से गाड़ी में नहीं बैठता और जेसन के का जो वालिद है वो पैदल जाना शुरू हो जाता है और जेसन उनके पीछे जाना शुरू करता है. जेसन बार बार माफी मांगता है लेकिन उसका वालिद बात नहीं सुनता. असल में यहाँ पर जेसन के वालिद को गुस्सा इस बात पे होता है ये देर से पहुंचा, ये उसका कंसर्न नहीं है. उसका कंसर्न ये है कि जेसन ने झूठ क्यों बोला. मेरी तरबियत में ऐसी क्या कमी रह गई थी कि इसने झूठ बोलना सीखा. तो उसे इस बात पे गुस्सा होता है. जेसन बार बार अपोलोजाइज करता है, माफी मांगता है, लेकिन जेसन का वालिद एक नहीं सुनता और वो चलना शुरू करता है पैदल और जेसन गाड़ी में अपने वालिद के पीछे जा रहा होता है. Now what does this story indicate, expresses? इस स्टोरी में हमें एक मॉरल लेसन देखने को मिलता है कि हमें अपनी कोताहियों को छुपाने के लिए झूठ नहीं बोलना चाहिए. देखें, जब आप झूठ बोलते हैं तो उस एक झूठ को छुपाने के लिए आपको 100 झूठ मजीद बोलने पड़ते हैं. ये देखें, आपको बार बार एक चीज समझाई जाती है. अगर इसको मॉरल पर्सपेक्टिव से और फिर रिलीजियस पर्सपेक्टिव से उसका तज्जिया करें, उसको एनालाइज करें, so we come to the conclusion that when you try to conceal or hide a lie, you will have to speak 1,000 more lies. So this is the logic that you need to understand, that never ever tells a lie. If you are telling a lie, it means that you will have to hide that particular lie and you will have to express more lies. So this is the moral that is being taught by this unit, that when you lie, for example, he said that I was actually trying to get the car repaired because there were so many repairs in the car. It was a lie. And in order to hide this, he had to say more lies. So what his father did, he expressed resentment, anger over this, and he left with anger. ये बात है. तो आपको एक बड़ा ही एक इंपॉर्टेंट मैसेज देखने को मिलता है इस यूनिट में कि हमें झूठ नहीं बोलना चाहिए, हमें हमेशा सच बोलना चाहिए और सच का साथ देना चाहिए. उस वक्त बस बेशक हमें कोई प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है, लेकिन ये मुस्तकबिल में हमारे काम आ सकती है ये चीज. So you need to understand one thing, that you are not supposed to tell a lie, rather you are supposed to express the truth. This is the moral lesson that is being taught by this unit. So this was all about today's unit. Today we just discussed the summary. In the next session, inshallah, we will start the unit and text paraphrasing. Till then, I request you all to read it at home and see you inshallah in the next session. Thank you.